All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us for a stream here for Empyrean Galactic Survival. We are playing Reforged Eden 2, Alpha, Beta, whatever it is. Testing in survival or multiplayer on some of the starter planets to see how things go. Hi, everyone. Definitely say hi in chat. Let me know if for whatever reason the stream isn't coming through good. I'm on YouTube to hopefully give us a little bit better quality. And I'm joined here by my brother Ravien.
Hi, everyone.
All right. Now you had mentioned you wanted to see some stuff here on the starter screen because some things changed.
Yeah, just planets in the beta system. So we just click once to go to the beta system, and I changed what the starting screen looks like on multiplayer.
That looks really cool. And I like how it highlights the planet. Oh, this is
Oh,
so much better.
yeah, I wish it was functional. Like I wish you could actually just click on the planet,
Click on
but
the
if
planet.
you
Yeah.
left or right click on the start location, it'll change what it's showing there.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So the idea is I'll do that for all the systems. Um, and because when you look in the text down below for some of the planets, the description gets cut off or messed up on
Yeah.
because the display for multiplayer is different than it is for single player. And I don't know why it's different, but it is. And so you can't format it properly for both.
Yeah, definitely. I see what you're saying there in terms of having it like this is cut off right here, whereas this looks really good. That's awesome. All
Yeah, I want
right.
like a little more sci-fi type of showing.
No, I like that. And like you can kind of see like what you're going to be jumping into. Like I like that instead of just like a screenshot, static screenshot. I like kind of like the planetary screen here. That's really cool. I think you were wanting us to start here, right? On the Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue J5565, just to see the new starting mission for the crashed ship. So it's
Okay.
pretty quick. We just have to go through the ship. We don't have to do anything outside because I haven't updated any of the outside yet.
Okay, makes sense. All right, well, I'm ready to get going if you are.
All right, I'm gonna hit start.
All right, hit and start. And everything crashes.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
Occurs to me I may not have the in-game music turned on, so I probably as it's loading. No?
Yeah, the only changes is the mission for the inside here.
Okay. Ida is talking to. No, I'm not feeling all right. I'm back on Dread. I hate Dread. This is not the. This is not the dark one.
It's not the dark one, no, but it's still Rogue Planet.
Since when do AI have guesses? Have fun with the snipers later. Yeah, Doctor Doom. Yeah. Fun. That's a word. Assume you had a trial and found guilty. Yeah. Do you think the Xerax are actually put on trials? Come on. See, there you go. You're right. This sounds like the plot to a Star Trek movie.
Right?
Burro Pente. Then Jolt and everything went black. I like that this isn't just like you have to click through instead of it just popping up and being like, oh crap, I couldn't read it fast enough.
Yeah, I tried to paste the text like how it gets displayed a little better, so it's
Yeah,
more. I mean, you can still if you right click, it'll display it all immediately. So for people who are
nice.
like fast readers, you can still do that.
Very good. Yeah, see, that's the way it should be done. Like, pace it, give it some storyline, but if you want to just click through, you can click through really quick. And I saw the option at the very beginning just to skip the dialogue and get going. So that's cool. Trying to escape now is the time. Might not be habitable. Yeah. Repeating, of
You know, throw in a little Leroy Jenkins nod there.
course. There's a 97.5% chance the Xerax will execute you immediately. Yeah. Find a way out of her cell. All right. Time to get out of here. Sweet. All right. Let me go to audio, and I do have. All
Yeah,
right.
so one of the changes is I put a clone chamber here, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll work when the base is Xerax. I'll have to test that. So for now, I made the base admin, which means if you die, you can just respawn here instead of having to do a fresh start. Because a
Nice.
fresh start will remove your inventory even if you have the setting to keep inventory on. So it's causing problems on some people's games. So now you can just respawn here. And I
I'm
got
gonna.
rid of the like LCD that was over the door here because of kind of breaking immersion.
Yeah. Cards won't stay distracted forever. Is it alright if I get rid of the Reforged Eden 2 gameplay and support guides, or should I hold on to those?
I mean, you can point them out
Yeah.
because no one ever reads them, and they really should, um, because they show some tips.
Oh wow! Thank you very much for that $30 donation to Extra Life. That is fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah. Missed the name on that, so I apologize about that. But thank you very much for that donation.
Yeah, so read those guides, people, if you haven't
Yes.
already. Especially the thing about, if there's a problem with the scenario, report it on the workshop. Don't make
Here,
a bug report to the game developers because they probably won't be able to do much about
let me
it.
do that so you guys can actually see the inventory. My camera was covering it. Yeah, so that part there, reproduce any game issues in a default unmodified save game before reporting to. All right, cool. All right. Well, it looks like we made it out of our cell. And there's a toilet here that we can't use. Oh,
It's locked.
That's awesome. LCD. All right, let's. I want to be able to punch things.
Right?
Walk up and start punching Xerax.
Fortunately, for some reason, it spawned us in the day. It's supposed to really spawn you at night, but I think that's just because when you start the server, time
It
starts
starts, dude.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So normally in single player, this would be like really dark and creepy, and unfortunately, there's no way to make it dark and creepy
Right.
without making the planet really dark. And this is not the Dark Rogue planet, so daytime should not be pitch black.
Right. Dreadstar, thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate what you guys did with Reforged Eden 1. It gave me a bunch more game. Yeah, I really like Empyrean overall, and I'm really glad that Reforged exists because it's awesome. Oh, hey, look. Stuff down there.
Yeah, I just gotta. I can almost get it, but
Got it.
awesome.
You need one of the flashlights that's in there?
Well, right now, no.
Okay.
You get a flashlight later on, anyways. I should probably
Well,
replace that with something more useful. But it's a nice find because normally this would be really dark.
yeah.
I should add like a secret to let's get into this room and talk to that guy.
Yeah, he's
Right
like,
now,
he's got a quest. I need to get the quest.
yeah.
All right, I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe not.
But I think there is a secret back over here. Yeah, there's a cargo container down here.
Oh,
Add a pistol.
got a pistol. Did you get it?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, at least one of us is armed. Fantastic. All right, you're armed. You go first. I got your back. Well, that's not good. No oxygen. There's some explosive charges. Pistol ammo. Other ammo. Not. Okay. I like the new icons for things. It's definitely gonna. This appears where your equipment may be stored, but it's protected by a lock. A little. Should be easy enough to bypass. One tiny problem. No armor locker in the armory. Oh no. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It's not breathable, and there we go. Oh, got a whole lot of stuff. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah, so one of the benefits of making this a dialogue instead of the old locker is now I set it so there's a timer, and if you come back here later, you'll get a little bit of equipment in case you have to like restart on a multiplayer server or respawn back here in single player and have to like fight your way out again.
Nice.
So that way you're not just stuck trying to get out of the ship with your survival tool.
How well does the combat knife work, or should I just not bother?
I mean, against animals, it's good. I have not tried it against anything tough.
There's a spare medium armor in this closet here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just in case like it breaks on you or something.
All right. Okay, so now we gotta run across over here, duck under here, armor locker, head on.
And don't forget to put on your
Insulation boost. I just saw that, yeah. Not gonna help us with the radiation. Let's see here. Dreadstall says, it's just sad that Reforged Eden 2 is going to have a bunch of bad stuff in it, like multi-core locations, just ships. Might be different if half or more. And you can move.
Well, it needs multi-core because otherwise people can take out the Dreadnought in 20 seconds. And it makes it really hard to then balance it properly. Because if you give it good loot, people will just kill it in 20 seconds. And you can't give it too good of loot then. So the ships, it's going to be easy to rebalance because now it's not going to be this huge absurdity of like taking out a ship 20 seconds versus someone doing it another way taking 20 minutes. You know, now it's going to be more like, you know, you learn to take out a ship quickly, you might do it in 5 minutes versus 20 minutes. So it's going to be a lot easier to balance it and give them good loot. Without making it trivial for people who just know where the core location is.
Yeah, and I mean, I would add to that, I think one of the things that all of us, I mean, even me, are going to have to kind of take into account is that we're used to Reforged Eden 1, we're used to the base game and a lot of the problems that Reforged inherited from the base game. And we're going to go into this going, oh, multi-core, and we're attacking it the way that we're thinking about attacking the base game, but it's going to be different. Things are going to be balanced different. The ships are going to work different. There's going to be different weapons. And I think it's probably going to, people are going to really get into it, and I think it's probably going to be really good. Part of the alpha beta here is balancing everything to make sure it still's fun.
All right, shall we?
Sure. I'm not happy about it.
I think there's one more in here. I killed one. I think you killed one.
Yeah, I killed one.
Bandaging.
Over on the... I just about tried to middle click to ping like I do in Overwatch.
Did you just try to run out the door?
Yeah, he's like, screw this. I just got my 2 buddies get taken out. I'm out of here.
Smartest bad guy ever.
Yep. See, Chad is asking, why change the size of the CPU, aux, and the quantums?
Well, their size are changed, but now you need a lot less of them. And I mean, keep in mind that was all based on vanilla stuff. We're not gonna be keeping stuff to be the same as vanilla anymore. So like the aux cores, for example, used to need 10 of them, and now you only need 4 for the same CPU. So it's not like as much bigger as you think it is. But like I said, like it's a big auxiliary CPU device. It's not gonna be a one by one block, you know.
Right.
Only reason I did that is because when I added them, we couldn't use custom models, and it was based on vanilla. So we're kind of starting over now using our own custom configs without being beholden to what vanilla was doing, 6 years ago.
Yeah. Trevor, yep. Thank you for a reminder turning on the suit light. Ivan is asking, can you please explain the storyline? Staying the same, or are we moving forward from unfinished stories from Reforged Eden 1?
Well, the stories are the same, just actually refined. Vermilion's been working, he completely redid the missions. The storyline's pretty much similar. As far as the Project Eden missions, I haven't had a chance to like redo those yet. I've been working on trying to get the planets and galaxies and stuff set up. There's a secret up here too.
Okay.
It takes a while to make missions. That's the thing.
Up here isn't up the stairs where I was, or back where you were?
I found it. It was
Okay.
It was up there.
Ow, that hurt. Backing up. And bandaging.
Got him.
Put some bandage.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Reforged Eden 2 is it's a different scenario. It's a new scenario. It's not meant to be like just like an update to Reforged Eden 1. Reforged Eden 1 is kind of messed up because it's based on Project Eden and Reforged Galaxy, which both of those were based on vanilla. And the vanilla configs were not the best to begin with. So Reforged Eden 2 is just being able to start over and change things that we wanted to be able to change for a long time.
Yeah. Core 9 build takes twice the CPU space than Reforged Eden 1. Yeah, that's changes. Again, like what I was saying, I think we've had years of doing it one way, and this is going to be very, very different. Almost like a total conversion of the game is what it sounds like. So I think we're going to have to readjust our thinking about how the game plays. Let's see.
There's a guy right in front of us.
Yep. Taichi as asking, I'm looking forward to the new changes. It's new with fresh experience instead of challenges. Thank you, Ravien, for all of your hard work, and thank you, Kaiju Craft, for hosting this. Yep, no problem. I mean, he's my brother, so you know.
Oh.
Are you dying? I think they're all dead. Maybe.
Yep, they're all dead. We killed them all.
All right, let's hack the ship and take off and nuke it from orbit.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think this ship can fly because it's only half a ship. It's kind of missing its thrusters.
Ah, there's an armor boost in this armor locker. I'll take that.
Okay, so I just noticed something.
Yeah?
These aren't showing their dialogue cones for some reason on the server, which is really weird.
Well, I mean, I see the little cone here for me.
Huh, I don't.
Yeah, the bridge console does, and as does this computer terminal. Ivan says here, what confused me a bit in testing Aqua Start was all the different ammo types now and not the same as old anymore. Change is good and look forward to the release. Yeah.
Yeah, the ammo types are now what is actually used for those weapons, like realistically. I need to go use the med station real quick so I don't die from this dermal burn.
Yeah.
Should probably put some medication in the starting equipment to treat. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Yeah, do you have a trauma kit?
Biodiesel, steel plates. I have a health pack.
Okay,
Bandages.
never mind then. Okay, so I'll definitely have to add that to the medical equipment. Something to treat dermal burns, I think.
I like that this ridge console is telling you like what's outside. Ripper Dog and drone patrols are active. Makeshift outposts under construction. Geographic reports tells you about steep cliffs and mountainsides. Iron ore detected canyon walls. Nice. Take T card. Take T card. Take E.
Take ET car.
Yes. I've already obtained the key card from a security council. All right, sweet.
Yeah, I changed them into physical key cards now instead of like when I made this starting thing. You couldn't even have key cards. Key cards were not a thing.
Right.
And so oh, there's a submachine gun in here, by the way, in the repair station on the bridge.
Oh, go ahead and take it.
No, I mean there's another one.
There's another
two.
one. Sweet. I will take it. That uses what? Pistol rounds? Or 9mm? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You...
Great. Now I got a infected wound.
Well, he's gonna die.
Hey.
I mean, I could put some C4 down and you can just stand on it and we'll just go respawn. It's no big deal.
Just get it over with.
Just get it over with. Unfortunately, PvP's disabled, so it wouldn't. Okay.
There's a guy who wandered in down here.
I see that. Oh, a couple of them. Some herbal tea.
Yeah, I don't think tea's gonna help.
I mean, oh, hello. Thank you for sticking your gun through. Right around. Probably bandage again.
I'm just gonna die real quick because I didn't include the right medicine in the start. I will fix that, by the way, everyone, so that you get a couple medications to treat dermal burns. So don't worry about that. This is why we're testing it.
Oh, there's one of those machine gun robots. There we go.
Well, you're on your own because I just met an unfortunate end.
Oh, sweet. Where's your body? I want to loot it.
No.
Backpack. We'll take all of his stuff and log out. Murder trash cans. Yes, that's actually an apt description of those things.
Murder trash cans. Oh yeah, yeah. I kept all my stuff because you had it on the. So you keep stuff when you die.
Yeah. I mean, it's already hard enough. We don't need to make it. All right.
Well, it wouldn't be so bad if like there was no chance that when you died your backpack would fall all the way through the ground.
Oh, I am getting... I'm really glad I've got that armor boost on that, actually.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like is that oh, there's a better pistol in here for you if you want to get this one back here under the ramp.
Oh, under the ramp.
Yeah, behind the ramp.
Ah.
But boosts.
Oh. Yeah, there's also a murder robot.
So boosts have no negative effects now. So whenever you add a boost to your armor, it's always a positive benefit now.
Nice.
And I like how I just found our first game bug. Because I went back there and that guy did not spawn for me. And then you go back there and he spawns on you.
Yep.
So literally like 10 minutes into this and there's already like a game bug.
Stan, yeah, I'm glad to see you don't get instant bleed anymore. Just like... You have all the ailments after being hit once. Congratulations.
Yeah, Vermilion really turned down the number of effects and the chance of you getting them, which I think everyone's thankful for.
All right.
All right. There's 3 guys.
Nope, there's one guy. Now there's 0 guys. Now I'll take your galactic credits.
Oh, there's my decontamination kit.
Oh, you just had to push forward. Talk to prisoner. Who are you? Commander John? Very nice. The Xerix officers took me down here. Infection strain 127B. Oh, okay. No, we're gonna leave her there. I know what that is. Sorry. Blue key card. Sweet. All right. We now have the blue key card. Now all we need is a chainsaw and a BFG, and we're good to go.
Oh yeah, about the chainsaw.
I did. There's
might be more patrols out here again.
Well, if there are, we will shoot them. Are dead.
So actually, yeah, if you come up there.
Okay. He says, go up there into the dark tunnel. Nothing bad could happen up here. Nothing bad could happen up. Oxygen canisters. Is that ceiling hole new? Stan is asking.
No, I haven't added any secrets to this in a while.
All right.
But there is another secret we are missing.
I lost you.
Oh, over here. Okay, come back out in the like main room.
Oh, I see. Into the storage bay.
Up there.
Oh, that's probably reload.
Nah.
Oh, there's a lot of guys there. Hey, you killed them for me. Thank you. Thanks. And chainsaw. Wait, that's not the one I want in. Energy drink, biodiesel, Slayer's mix, a collection of old music tracks. Rip and tear. Nice.
Yeah, who's the name of the composer of that?
Just a Slayer's mix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we so I was going to add a secret where you can plug it in the bridge console and it'll start playing like Doom like heavy metal music.
Yeah.
I never got around to adding it, but yeah.
Well,
now you got a chainsaw.
I got a chainsaw. Sweet.
All right, so the key cards on your objectives tracker are optional. So in multiplayer, like if one of you gets one of you gets the other, it doesn't matter. You just have to use them to open up the 2 switches here.
Okay. So
you can just flip that one.
I don't have the red key card.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get that either. Oops.
I've got the blue and the yellow key cards.
Yeah, we missed the red key card. We got to go back over here on the engineering side.
Oh no. Bridge. I don't know where you went. I hear you shooting things, but I don't know where you went.
You know where the ramp was and the blue key card? I'm over there.
Oh, I see where you are. We missed a key card. Yeah, there's more things to kill and loot. Cool, bread. Very quickly getting full. Oh, I hear murder bots. Murder trash cans. Oh, there's an iron ingot in here. I can't. Okay, I'm killing the guides here, so I. Loot pinatas. All right, did you get the security card, or do you want me to get it?
You can get it. I mean, it
All right.
doesn't matter. We can both get it, but
Got it. All right,
if
I
you
am
got room.
completely full on inventory.
Okay, let's go open it.
Open that door and get out of this place.
Yeah.
Promethium pellets.
Now
What I'm
the
taking.
outside, I probably need to rebalance. Because this planet has not really been touched since well, since before Reforged Eden was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, more bad guys out here.
The gun models are new too, aren't they?
Some of them, yeah. Some of them
Yeah.
are custom ones that Vermilion added.
One-way exit. Nice. Plasma drones and large forces of trained Xerox soldiers. Oh boy. Oh boy.
And then what I did is I have light armor and medium armor here, so people can choose if they want to swap out. Because the other nice thing about Reforge is the booster slots is no longer dependent on the weight of the armor. So light, medium, and heavy all have 2 booster slots, and then there's better versions of each you can get with more booster slots.
Nice. And I see you have extra shotguns and assault rifles here as well, so...
Yeah. In case they are starting to break on you or something, in a repair station here. Yeah. We don't have to go outside because, like I said, this isn't balanced or anything. Yeah. I'm gonna need to do something, I think, with the plasma drones and the snipers a bit, because it's a bit hard. Even though it's supposed to be a really hard planet, it is a bit hard to make it out alive still. But yeah, so
balance is useful though.
Yeah. So that's what I redid with the starting missions for this here. Just
I mean, it's been a while since I've done this. I think the last time I did it was when I was actually helping you test the original version of it. So I don't have a good memory of the changes, but
that was what, like 4 years ago or something?
It was a while ago, yeah. And I helped you do the dark robe start once, and
yeah,
I did never to do it again. That was, I salute people who pick that intentionally.
So adding loot to things like armor lockers has to be done manually, I think, because I think if you set it to be automatic, like random loot, it'll appear in player blueprints too.
Yeah.
Which would obviously be a bit of an exploit, because then, you could just spawn a blueprint that's just an armor locker. And then salvage it and spawn it again. Yeah. So another one of those game limitations / bugs / just technical quirks they never bothered to worry about.
Yeah, but for things like this, you can add it manually so that, you can do stuff like this where you have the light and art. I'm assuming you were answering Ivan's question in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So we need to do a fresh start, so we get to pick a new planet.
Well, you'd have to either wipe our characters or reset the server.
I can wipe our characters enough. Isn't there a chat command though for a fresh start that kills you? And
only if you're using the chat bot thing.
Be sure I'm gonna pull up my remote desktop connection server, and I think I have the chat bot turned on.
Yeah, so in Reforged Eden 2, Pentaxid tanks do have Pentaxid, but I noticed them showing up in player blueprints. I don't know if he took that out already, or if he's going to. But yeah, I spawned a blueprint and it has pentaxid in it already.
Interesting. That's not great.
No, but that can be mainly added into like the blueprints when it's saved and being designed, which is something we can actually do now that all the blueprints are going to be eventually only custom ones and no vanilla ones.
Right. Um.
Oh yeah, it is on. So it's CB reset, but it does
Okay.
have a time limit of once every few hours.
Okay. We can do that then. Have to leave your faction first. Oh, okay. Apparently, I'm in a faction.
Yeah, it puts you in one.
All right. I will faction. Please wait a minute or two until. Okay. Let's see. Why was starter loot removed from UCH ships back in the day? It was a nice way to build up loot.
Oh, you can still get lots of food from it. It does still have the loot is now a gift you get from the quartermaster, and the more ships you visit, the different loot you'll get, and you'll eventually start getting better loot. Instead of just being like a free thing to run in and get boosters and stuff. It had too good a loot for literally being free to get.
All right. Give me 1 second here. Where I get this. Yep. Okay. There we go. Want to make sure it didn't ask for the password again. Can get onto that. So
I,
where are
I'm
we
gonna
starting?
I'm gonna fully quit the game though, just in case
Good
before I
idea.
reconnect.
Yep, that's a good idea. You know, I always forget to do that. So, well, just go to full screen camera. Why? Froggery has been fun. Yeah, I like Sienna, but we'll see where we're going to start. Yep. Right. um, let's do the swamp maybe. Yeah. Yeah. What could go wrong?
All right, you ready?
Yep. Let's start in.
Okay, I bet you will. It'll be nighttime, and
Of
we're gonna
course it'll
get.
be. Of course it'll be nighttime. Why wouldn't it be? I like the little boost from the Daryl logs. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Spange ever found his special one. We can go ahead and do that mission if you want. We don't have to actually go do it, but you can proceed on
Yeah,
it.
I'll go ahead and proceed. Oh, I'm standing.
Yeah, so the reason why you start in a crash pod like this, like a POI, is so that I can make sure it's placed in the swamp. Because the swamp planet, you can't have the skate pod come down in the swamp reliably. Like, this just kind of wouldn't work. And I wanted to have you start out like in a swamp.
Okay, and it looks like the survival multi-tool doesn't have the detector on it. You actually have a separate detector that you...
Yeah, yeah. And you do have a pistol with some rounds. I increased the number of rounds, might need to buff it again, but water is important because it'll keep you cool until we can well, I guess it's not too hot right now, but sometimes it can be.
Hot dogs, also known as plant protein. Remember when those used to be
Yep.
hot dogs?
I don't think they were ever. Well, we call them hot dogs. I
Yeah,
mean, they look like corn, like they're
like
corn
corn
dogs,
dogs.
you know. And there's a lot of them. We're in a dense swamp, so everything's kind of oversized.
Give me your iron. Carbon rich. I'll take carbon. Everything is super. One of the nice things about this is that you can do that. Let's see here. Stan saying not a fan of that detector change. I mean, I get it. I liked having one thing you could just switch and not have an extra thing on my hotbar and my inventory.
Yeah, and you can always use a dedicated multi or survival tool just for that too if you wanted.
I mean, the survival tool doesn't even have the detector on it anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, before if you didn't want to have to keep switching
Oh,
the modes.
I found our first guy, our first baddie. Ha! What is that? Alien parts. Alien parts look very disgusting now.
Well, what do you expect from something called alien parts?
I
Oh, lots
mean,
of corn dog.
yeah, they're purple corn dogs too. Won't ask.
I mean, you are on a swamp in an
Yep.
alien planet on an alien planet.
Let's see. I've been saying I love the new look of some of the ores and rock formations on the planets now. Yeah, I agree. Like this tree thing is awesome. Andriel is asking, will you be looking at changing the conversion ratio of crushed rock to carbon substrate?
I mean, that's Vermilion. He's setting that up, so maybe I don't know. Um,
On water.
yeah, if you come over here to the water, like maybe come up and stand on this rock or something, you can get up it and look out. See, it looks like there's like tree stumps and stuff out in the water now. I tried to make it look more like a swampy thing rather than
Yeah.
just like a lake.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like that a lot.
Yeah, the
Um,
new deco system is pretty awesome.
mechanical drill should unlock that.
I have 10 unlock points. We need a portable constructor, and we want a um, heat a thermal regulator.
Yeah. I mean, I probably should unlock some of that stuff too. So I've got 20 unlock points. I'm gonna go ahead and grab both of those. I think it's important for us to get a shotgun. I did get the mechanical drill. Let's see what I can.
I found 7 iron.
I have 11 on me, so I'm gonna create a portable constructor and an atmospheric or a thermal regulator. And I have instant. That's why they went instantly. I have it set to. I like the model of the portable constructor. That's cool. First
Yeah,
time seeing it.
that's a vanilla one now.
Oh, nice. That
Yeah, they updated the models for a lot of the terrain placeables, like the constructor, the condenser, the auto miners and stuff. They look pretty good. Um,
yeah,
and the new constructor models are pretty cool from vanilla because you can color different parts individually.
that's cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, can't do that with custom models. I'm hoping one day they do like release the setup for that so you can use that in custom models, but it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's
So one of
interesting.
the
I just found another bug.
oh, I mean, I'm not surprised, but what?
So with the instant crafting on, I had a bunch of grain on me and I clicked through to create some stuff and I literally got one flour. Just I thought I had a bunch of grain on me. Maybe I didn't. I'll have to rewatch that. I thought I did. All right. Maybe I only had one and maybe that's why.
Oh, can you set that to faction?
Oh yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Let's see here. Trevor saying love the changes to starting planets. Yeah. Was there changes made to how the protein bars stack now? Asking.
Yes, they only stack to 8 instead of 20, so you can keep a lot less in your inventory as permanent storage, so no more keeping 40 bars in your personal constructor inventory for free fridge.
I had 2 grain, 1 flour. Okay, so yeah, it's just because I clicked through fast enough. Got it.
Now, one of the downsides with the new deco system is because everything can be scaled in size, like randomly or manually, whatever you want. HP and yield don't scale. So big trees and small trees will have the same stats as long as they're the same model. And
Right.
but people ask about that a lot, but I think it's an okay trade-off for having a big variety of, looks for your planet.
Wreckage, some heat signatures nearby, broken and wait.
Yeah, that broken antennas for the mission. So right now, the 4 main starting planets all have the same reforged mission. Eventually,
Okay.
they'll have custom ones for each one.
Okay.
We should get a hover bike probably for like the first thing
Yeah.
we want to build, which I think would need some more resources.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over towards the heat.
Yeah, those are just gonna be little wreckages. They might have some like canned food and stuff in them, but otherwise they're just like the typical
Oh,
junk sites.
hello. One of those plant guys. Gotcha.
Well, what the devs would need to do is, um, instead of adding multiple types of like tree sets that would take up a lot of block IDs, is instead have a way to scale resource yield and HP based on the spawn size of the deco object, which would probably be a lot more complicated to do, but that would be the way it would need to be done. Like an optional scaling parameter, that you could add in the biome or something would probably be best, and just be like, yeah, oh, guy coming.
Run away. Gotcha. Ah, cool. Copper. That's gonna help. It's going around looking for all the ore rocks is probably a good thing.
Yeah, I think I need to add some more copper and silicon to like the swamps here, because I haven't found a single one of either yet, but I found a few iron.
I just found a little bit of silicon or iron,
Okay, that's good.
guys. Or plant.
Okay, hold on. I am going to write down this stuff so I don't forget.
Yep. Why we're playtesting. The angry sprit. I just realized the legacy thing that you just killed looks like the human cockroaches from the Japanese terraformers. Don't think I've actually seen that. I love that some of the ore rocks have been made smaller and harder to see. Yeah, I'm sure I'm walking past a bunch of them.
Yeah, we're also in a
Oh,
dense
is
swamp.
that? Oh, that guy I think is not happy with me,
Their AI is so bugged.
right?
God, killed it with my knife.
It spins in circles and it looks like it's a flat sprite. It does that. Like, what the heck? Oh, here's some copper. I saw some.
Yeah, unfortunately, AI bugs, there's not much we can do about that unless it's like a problem with the configuration and the scenario for them. But we're limited in what we can do. Like, pretty much we're limited to saying, like, oh, this AI has this sight range or this hearing range or this movement speed, but we can't define how they move. We can't change like the controller for it. That's all the developers hard coded stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot
They
you
did
can't
a
fix.
patching update a little while ago, actually, and it is the AI can actually pass now. They didn't used to be able to, so it is a lot better than it was, if you can believe it.
That's saying something.
Yeah, well, they did it at the same time they added the new base attacks, which was in Alpha 10, I think. So the AI could actually pass around like player bases.
Starting to get
Yeah,
dark. It's going to get dangerous. There's not a way to mod the game like they do with others that let you override some of the code.
no. I
Really.
mean, it might be technically possible, but the developers have made it clear that would be against their terms of use, and
Right.
I don't want to get Reforged Eden banned.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. I think a lot of people would be a little upset about that.
Yeah, I'd feel pretty dumb too. Yeah,
All
Xerath can
right.
still take over your base if they find your core or get close enough. They can hack it, and then it's their base. And apparently now the base attacks are a lot bigger than they were. Well, you got one of those spinny guys after you again.
Oh, yeah, so I do. I'll just kind of.
It can't even hit me. Oh my gosh, I just realized their name, Spinosaurus. I
Yeah.
know it's Spinosaurus, but I'm gonna call him Spinosaurus.
All right, I'm level 5 and I out of bullets.
Yeah, let's get some more rock here. Okay. There's some rock under me I can't pick up because I'm full.
I got it.
Uh let's get down a survival constructor and see if we can build some stuff.
Okay. Oh, there's some iron right here. Let's pick the iron up and just put it down right here and see what we can do.
We'll need
Thing I have in
don't forget to faction it.
right.
And then I'll stick my stuff in there, and we should see if we can build 2 hovercrafts.
Okay. Yeah, give us a relevant more movement. So they want you to hard mod. Yeah. I mean, they changing config files is one thing, but yeah, like he was saying, you probably be nice if you could do more. Like that huge rock should be 10k HP and much more large version of small rock. Yeah.
So we can build at least 1 hover bike. I don't know if we have enough for 2, but should I go ahead and try it?
Yeah, go ahead and build one and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Keep wandering around and seeing what I can find to loot.
Yeah, so that's the trouble with like Vermilion when he's trying to set up the configs for how much things should give is there's no clear like indicator in the config files that such and such deco is going to be typically such and such size, so he kind of has to guess.
102k HP. Yeah, that'd take a while to.
He fixed that. They were actually unkillable because anything over like 60,000 is apparently unkillable.
Right, I remember him saying that.
It's like,
There are 2 hover bikes.
oh, sweet.
And
Okay,
remember, it's instant, so like it would instantly.
that's right. I'm not used to that. And then we should also see if we can build light armor. I don't know if you can build that in this or not.
Yes, you can build it, and I can unlock it.
Yeah, because that we can put on without a locker now.
Yep.
Yeah, the Spire Rock should still have a ton of stone in them. It's just, yeah, they were unkillable for a bit there.
There we go. Grab your light armor.
Sweet, and that will, yep.
I'm gonna unlock shotguns and assault rifles and sniper rifles. Don't know. I think we're probably too low on copper to. I can make some. I don't know about making enough ammo though. It's possible, right? Okay, so I guess my favorite bug is the double harvest from trees with an HV harvester. Yeah, definitely. That's fun. All right. We're just gonna have to go far afield and see what else we.
Yeah, well, we do have the hover bikes now.
Yep.
You haven't used those yet, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're much better than the bike than the.
I'm going to build some bread and
Okay.
other food. And energy. Oh my gosh, we could build so many energy bars.
Yeah.
We should, because that plant protein is just gonna expire. So I'm gonna turn it all into energy bars.
Okay. I wasn't sure if we needed to keep the protein for.
Okay, there's some food in there for you if you want to grab it. So
Okay.
you have it with you.
On my hover bike. Take your own hover bike. All right, yeah, I'm gonna eat one of the bread. Oh yeah, a bunch of the protein energy bars. Are we keeping this here and then coming back, or should we pick up everything and go?
Let's see if we can actually hold everything. Don't forget your thermal regulator too.
Yeah, no, I'm full trying to grab everything. All the iron ore, that's what's taking up a bunch of it.
Oh, wood ingots might take up less space then.
Maybe. Would it be useful to have a couple more portable constructors so we can make multiple things?
I mean, it's instant, so we could definitely use like maybe 1 or 2 more, but...
All right, I'll just grab one more. Okay. And yeah, probably less. Yeah, that took a... that up. Okay, I'm full, and there's some logs and some protein bars and other stuff in there.
Yeah, I got plenty of room.
Okay.
Okay, now
yeah, Chandra, I know the bike takes... Oh, that's a... guy coming right up on me. I have no bullets left in my...
I got 13. Hey, you got a knife, though. I mean...
That's true. And yeah, I know it takes a bunch of space, but I want to be able to make sure I can pick my bike back up when I actually need to. So that's why I make sure there's room. All right.
But how's your frame rate on this planet?
Second. I am sitting at 90 frames per second.
Okay, good. Because I mean, it's when I'm making these planets, basically my goal is any frame drop below 120, which is what I put my cap at. I want to try to avoid. I
Oh,
don't know
my
how
cap's
well
at
it works.
90, so I'm
Yeah,
I'm, I'm
well, I mean,
hitting my
that's just
cap.
my personal goal is like because I assume that if I drop below the cap, people on like older computers would
Would
probably be lagging,
definitely.
and I want to be like,
Silicon.
oh, yeah, I can get that because
Okay, yeah, you get it.
I got room. Because I don't want to make a planet that half the people aren't going to be able to play on. It's not worth it then. Like, why make the planet?
I'm gonna head up into the here a little bit. Find some other.
Oh yeah, into the
Oh,
heat biome.
there's silicon up here too.
Yeah, so different biomes will have different things. Oh, should stay away from that big guy. He's gonna shoot fireballs at us.
Big guy.
Oh, he's out of your render
Oh,
range,
okay.
but he's up in
There's a
top.
bunch of silicon on the ground here if you want to pick it up.
Yeah.
All over the
So
place.
yeah, exploring different biomes is definitely worth it because they can have different resources.
Yeah. Angry Spirit is asking, are you both going to join a server like Anvil when Reforged Eden 2 launches?
Yeah, I mean, probably. I don't know if we usually play on Spange's server. Um, we might play on our own, but I mean, it's still going to be a little bit before this is good for like an actual survival playthrough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see that big guy up there.
Yeah,
Lots of
I
silicon here,
actually
that's good.
for some of these biomes, I actually looked up pictures of real life equivalents to kind of try to make it look similar.
Nice. I mean, I, I like that there's also different resources in different biomes. At least that's what it seems like. Still a thing.
Yeah.
This seems to have a lot of silicon in it.
Oh yeah, and if you want iron, um, those tall trees over there in the distance, that's a good biome for iron because it's really easy to find the iron there.
Cool.
We should go check that out actually.
Yeah, definitely. I
Just those tall trees in the distance there.
think we
Oh, and
probably
then down here. Oh, there's raptors. Hello, raptors.
Oh, let's not be pointing up a little there. Go. I see. There you go.
And oh, that's one of those big guys. Let's just go past them. And the raptors. Like one of the cool things you could do with this new deco system is like if you come over here, you see these roots
Yeah.
here. It's like you can do stuff like that. Like you make these like groupings of different plants. And
That's
yeah,
just carbon rich. It just looks weird because
yeah,
it's green.
yeah, this biome has a lot of carbon in it. Heat,
Nice.
I figured it kind of makes sense, right? Ooh,
Yeah.
let's go down here.
You got raptors on you too, so definitely should get going. Flats.
Yeah.
And we are in that Talon. I think we're in Talon
Oh,
territory.
yeah, maybe I shouldn't harvest that thing.
Yeah. Let's not piss the
But
Talon
yeah,
off.
see, flats has a lot of copper in it.
Also, you can have more things to stand on, not get Endoraptor bashed all the time. Yep, no kidding.
Yep. Oh, hello, Talon Patrol.
Okay, so I guess maybe head north then.
Oh, let's go check out the tall trees over here.
Okay. I think going to be out of the Talon territory. Yeah, we're out of talent.
So see, this can it looks kind of weird, but it can have iron in the rock formations like that.
Yeah, there's iron bearing right here, but you said like in the rock formation itself.
Well, I mean that is
Oh,
in the rock. That's what I mean. Yeah.
and
So this,
I was out of room and it literally just dropped through this.
uh, well, yeah, but so if you need iron, you find these tall trees that look like this, and there'll be lots of iron in this biome.
Nice.
And this biome's also a lot of times next to a fungus biome that can have cobalt. So
Ooh,
it's very obvious because you see these tall trees, and there's a decent chance, like this is a small biome, but if there's a bigger one, you could find cobalt in the fungus there.
yeah. Yeah, Angry Bird, I agree. I think this biome here, I like this kind of tall forest look. Trevor was saying Talon does not mind surface rock mining.
That makes sense. They care about the
I think
plants.
they care about the plants, yeah. But still, it's like, I don't really want. That's one of those fire spitting guys, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
there's a
yeah,
lot of them. I'm just
yeah,
gonna
just
kind of go over this way. Oh, I'm in a Dust Bowl biome that has Talon and Axid.
yeah. I don't know if they know the difference between picking Pentax and picking a plant, though, so I probably wouldn't risk that. Like, I
Yeah,
think it's harvesting versus destroying something. That's what they
right.
care about. And we are going down by the South Pole now.
Dust Bowl. This is cool. Like the biomes actually look more distinct.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like, it's a lot of fun setting up biomes on planets with the new Deco system.
Yeah, I've been saying those new rock ore formations look cool. I agree. I definitely do.
Like now disclaimer, like I said, in a lot of times they have not released the system
Oh,
for use by custom scenarios yet, and that's why I put on
look
the
at that.
description. Oh, the
That
view.
that
Yeah.
view with the rings and the gas giant and the sun setting. Okay. This is what we play for, right? Like it's stuff like this,
Yeah.
finding views like this are awesome.
Yeah. And can be a very pretty game, and the fact that it's like a whole galaxy of stuff like this to find, you
Yeah.
know.
All right. But east. Dark soon.
I'm not afraid of the night. Oh, yeah, if you look in the distance, if you stop a second so I can catch up to you,
Yeah.
see those giant things to the south? Those are
Yeah.
just huge rock formations.
Nice. These cannot go over water, right?
Mm, actually, someone told me they can now. Uh, I guess there's one way to.
Angry Spirit. That wasn't a star you saw. It was a Tavera waiting in orbit for some harsh realities. It reminds you of some harsh realities.
So far it's going over water because I think, yeah, it used to be that it would like kick you off and then
Going
sink.
slow, but it's going.
Um, and then they changed it so you can go over water because a lot of people didn't like the fact that the hover thing couldn't go over water.
Yeah. Really shouldn't be. The year is 2024, and we have hover
20,
things that can go over water and land no problem. And then
it
far
is
into the future, we can't do anything.
Wednesday, August 1st, 2474, 5:57 p.m. Day one.
That's cool. I like the varied biomes. It looks really good. And you know, so far there's a decent amount of resources. I mean, you have to go find them. It's just like anything. And there's raptors waiting to kill you, but the hover bike, the new hover bike is actually you, thankfully.
Yeah,
You can get
because
around.
the old hover or the old regular bike, it was literally quicker to get off of it pick it up, turn it, and then place it the opposite direction, then you
Right?
actually turn it around. And it was just an awkward experience.
They go slow over water for fantasy physics reasons. Yes.
Yeah, it's the quantum, the water interferes with the quantum gravitational field vibrations of the Higgs boson uh, compensator. You know what I'm trying to say.
The turbo encapulator.
You need to reverse the polarity.
Oh, that's all. Okay, that's easy. Get it with a wrench.
Yeah, so I added some new biomes. I mean, this is what I did as
Yeah.
plans. This is the vanilla, like old Alpha 8 version swamp starter planet. And what I did was I went through and I updated it to the new deco system, which means pretty much. Oh, there's fungus over here. Let's go into
Ooh,
fungus.
shiny.
I want to show it off because I think it's pretty creepy. It's a small biome, unfortunately, here, but it's a bit rarer biome. But yeah, as you can see, it's usually next to the tall trees, and if you are lucky, you might find some kobold here. Um,
That's cool. Glowy mushroom biome. I think those are spores in the air. We're probably not supposed to be breathing that.
it's fine. I mean, I could actually make it so that you get a status debuff when you enter the biome.
Be funny.
Called like fungal spores or something,
Yeah,
and
like
then it goes away when you leave.
this forest area on the planet is awesome. I love this forest. It reminds me of kind of like a mountain forest, like camping or something. Lots of iron.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, and I added a bunch of new biomes too. Um, well, not too many on this planet, but just to kind of break up the swamp or break up the heath or whatever.
Yeah. Mycelium, yeah. Arc redwoods. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Fire breathing guys over there. Cool. I mean, this is definitely survivable. I've got a decent amount of iron on me. I think copper is the biggest thing I'm able to find too much.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of copper
Oh boy.
back in the other biome. I also redid the mountain biomes because this planet actually has.
Run away.
If you can make it over to me, there's a new mountain biome over
Yep.
here.
I stopped to admire the scenery, and now I've got guys after me, including raptors. So I'm running away. I'm to you,
It's
I
actually a
think.
really dangerous mountain biome. But I found a lot of copper. I found 2 copper already. I
Nice.
mean, 2 copper nodes.
I think I'm heading away. My radar doesn't. Oops, getting stuck on a tree. It's basically Endor. Yeah. Very satisfactory.
It's all kind of more like a different foresty type thing with like lots of ferns and green and stuff up here. And these like
Yeah.
collection of look at all these collection of little flowers here you can pick.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
And these give the herbal leaves, so they're good for the medicine and stuff.
Butterflies.
There's different mountain biomes too. So like, you know, it's not just like a single mountain or biome for mountains. There's like 4 or 5 different ones.
You know, it's the variety. That's cool though. Like you're not going to be like, oh look, it's just mountain biome.
Yeah, if you come up here, there's a second type up here now at the
Yeah,
top.
like I'm up here and there's like snow up here. It almost looks like snow on the ground. That's
Yeah, and then there's like rocks over here. Like I thought back to my time in like Boy Scouts going to like hiking in like higher elevation, drier mountainous areas up here with like
Yeah.
thinner forest
Our
and
our
something Texas here.
our bikes come with automatic headlights. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really wish you could like have that for bases where it automatically turns on the lights when it gets dark. They
Yeah.
really need like a daylight sensor.
Yeah, that would make things.
I don't think there's too much more we need to check out. I mean, the POIs are pretty basic. There's starter
Yeah.
Xerax POIs, there's starter abandoned POIs, and then there's some Talon ones and that are new that look really good. But I mean, this is definitely survivable.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's lots of you collect the resources you need to build things up. It would just matter of, getting some more copper, putting down a little area, standard kind of survival start. Definitely doable. And the biomes look awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad everyone likes them.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is using the new system, so not only do you get access to a lot more variety of models, because the old system can't use the new models as far as I know, but so much more ways you can spawn them and scale them and color them. You can make a techno-colored, like rainbow-colored forest if you really wanted to.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, this is fantastic. I really like what you did here.
Yeah, you want to check out another starter?
Sure. What starter do you want to go on to next?
We could do Omicron. There's Omicron and Akua.
Oh, gotta leave the faction again. Johan's saying, I'm happy you figured out the new deco system. It looks great. Trevor was saying that would be cool for strange temperate. Definitely be strange.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of plants I want to update, but it says I have to wait 2 hours, so you'll probably have to change that setting and the like the
Oh,
timeout in the
that's
setting.
weird. I was able to do it.
Huh. I can just teleport over to you.
Sure. We could have just teleported. I did a CB reset. All right. Let me restart my game here. Give me just a second. When you are on admin in the game. Weird. I wonder why it let me do it. Weird. Let's see. A lot of people have done Akua, so why don't we do what? Omicron? Okay. This is the real Empyrean experience. Yeah, no kidding. Chandro's asking, will you be changing the Dread World start since it has the unfinished rocket, meaning a lot of thrusters and not starter type materials on it?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to make it a salvage planet still. So you'll, but I'll probably replace the escape rocket with something else that has more like SV type materials on it, so you can escape in an SV instead of like a full CV. Um, I don't want to change it too much. I want to make it harder though, in terms of like having to make sure you can get out before you run out of resources and stuff.
Angry Spirit said, wait, is that a Christmas tree? Did we see a Christmas tree on the way down or something? My drop
Uh,
pod embedded itself in the land and then disappeared. I don't know if that was...
well, not intentional, but it might be a server setting where they do despawn. Uh, I don't know if I think we'll have to make our own faction. Let me make one.
Okay.
Okay, I made a faction because I had left the faction already.
Testing. Oh, I love that. Still haven't fixed that. I'm not in any alliance
It
with.
should be in the human faction. So if you, oh wait, why does it say? I am so confused right now.
Right?
Okay, why don't you make a faction? Make sure
Okay.
you left your current one, and then you make a faction. Because I made a faction, and then it somehow put me in the human faction.
Okay.
Empyrean bugs.
Yep. Vermilion saying there's a Christmas tree. All right. I made the faction. Did you apply to it?
I just did.
Ah. Accept. 8.
I don't see a Christmas tree.
Oh, behind me. Okay. Yes, it is. We
Oh,
basically know. I'm like looking around in the game going, where's this Christmas tree? Yes, that is a Christmas tree with some Govi lights on it. It's part of my decoration. My wife doesn't like taking it down, so we around because it's got colorful lights on it. They can do all sorts of different effects and everything, kind of like what I've got going on else. So it's fun. It becomes a Valentine's tree and then a 4th of July tree and whatever else we want.
okay. So I threw away all my other stuff that I had just so that it's like I'm starting new.
I thought you both had some kind of joke going on that you don't see the tree. Yeah, no, I'm looking around in Gameville like, where's the Christmas tree? Like, I could totally see like some bug or whatever, and there's a Christmas tree spawned.
I mean, there are bugs where sometimes a tree will spawn in space, and they keep appearing as you're flying around. So it would not surprise me.
Right. See, a lot of carbon and rock. I think I found some iron.
And on this plant, these little egg things are how you get vegetables for food.
Nice.
I guess eggplant things.
Was not breathable.
No.
About
So,
that too.
yep. That's like the first priority is trying to get enough resources to get some air condensers down, water condensers down.
Let's see. Portable constructor is done. Not entirely.
Oh, just keep playing for long enough and
Yeah.
you'll find your space tree. I should just add one as an Easter egg that has like a 1% chance of appearing in orbit somewhere, and it's literally just a tree.
All right. Well, I've made an atmospheric condenser, but obviously we don't.
Yeah. And we also, of course, a hover bike too.
Yeah, we got to find some other components for that, or more. Meat over there, but they're gonna run from us.
They can't run if we kill them.
True.
I mean, come on, we have combat knife.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Well, there's
Oh,
a.
literally, this guy spawned out of a rock. That's hilarious. I'm sure he was just stuck in it, but
You freed him.
I broke the rock, and he was right there, and was like, "Oh shit, run!"
You freed him. He's running back to his family.
Oh. Hopper.
All right, come here, lizard mules. Or Molaridon.
This is gonna take forever. Level 4. Eats back on the menu, boys.
Hey, let's go in that radiated biome over there.
Sure. I don't think
I
that's...
mean, it'll be a good spot for XP as everything's trying to kill you.
This is true. This is true. Oh, I see cop. Okay. Only 5 copper ore.
Well, you just need enough to build 2 hover bikes.
Or 1 hover bike, and I leave you in the dust. You can still turn the crushed stone into other stuff, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's see what we got here. That's the atmosphere. Steak. So we... Okay, I made a hover bike. We don't have enough for 2.
Well, I have some stuff on me. Let me come put this into constructor.
Okay.
I hope you can faction it.
Oh right, I wish they just would.
Alien, please add
Right.
in a toggle to automatically faction things you put down. Yep. All right. I got a hover bike too.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up some of this stuff, and you can pick up the rest.
Yep.
Oh, how many oxygen things did you start with?
8. I'm gonna go use a couple of them. Oh.
Okay, I just gave myself 8 because I didn't have any.
Oh right. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
let's go down the hill here. This biome down here with the kind of the palm trees, it's a
Yeah.
good spot to find fruit that you can turn into fruit juice. Like these trees here. Oops, I don't hit it. These trees here with the yellow fruit, they give well, fruit.
Nice.
So if you're ever needing fruit, because fruit lowers your temperature. Now obviously you'll have a thermal regulator, so it's not that big of a deal, but
Right. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of resource rocks. Oh, I just passed some copper ham. Yeah, this looks pretty doable. Did cut down some trees and get some biofuel. That still works.
yep, it does.
Yeah. And then, so that biofuel gives us the atmospheric condenser, and that gives us...
Yep, probably need a few. Like people are saying you need 3 running. Um,
Okay.
but that's still doable. Let's
Is
go to
it slow?
the irradiated biome.
Okay.
There's some more copper. Oh yeah, this biome has a lot of copper in it. Like there's 3 right by me.
Nice. It's nice that you can, like, it gives you a reason to go explore a planet around you to find different resources. And Trevor, I agree. Yeah, it should be the default if you're in a faction. There should be an option that you can turn on, so if you're in a faction, it lets you actually make everything that you make faction. I always forget. Always forget. Cactus, the best sort of source of food. Conversion of vegetables to bars is affordable.
I think that biome was to the north.
I will follow you.
Yep, it was up here.
Cool.
Oh, there's a. Never mind. It's by a fireball guy. I was like, there's a golem we can kill, but the fireball guy would have a range attack, and yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
Yeah, so I made this rated biome different than the one on Akua. Like this one has some different deco in it and stuff. Um, wanted to make them a little different, you know. Like these big um glowing green things here.
Yeah.
Notice they're by skeletons here too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a nest over here. Let's go check that out. Let's go around that guy.
Go check that out. We have a survival tool and a knife. What could go wrong? Oh, that's a lot of scorpions.
Like the little effects on the nest there.
Yeah, there's lots of scorpions that are deciding to come try to eat me. Yeah, those effects are cool though.
So those nests have a little secret somewhere in them that can sometimes give you some good loot. Sometimes. I will let. I mean, we can't really get to it now because we just don't have any weapons. You know,
Yeah.
you really should come here later. But you know, explore them a little bit because there is something somewhere in them that is usually worth it. We should probably get out of here now. I just wanted to
Yeah.
show you that. These biomes are also where you'll find the abandoned POIs on Omicron and Akua.
Wait.
Yeah, those scorpions are really annoying. Um, yeah, I like how there's like a little edge of a forest here,
Yeah,
kind of
I
grown
was
in the middle.
noticing that. I was like kind of almost a little like there may be water underground.
This planet does have forests on it. They're just kind of more like a dry, arid type forest, and it has oases too.
Those tiny
Oases.
scorpions are horrible to shoot. Yeah, you know, it it wouldn't be so bad if the AI didn't make them like spin around and go back and forth. But yeah, I agree. Let's head west, see what we find. This definitely feels like an arid planet.
Yeah, too bad we're at night. But normally you would spawn in the day if you're like playing this single player, of course.
Yeah.
There's something over this way to the north here, past the irradiated area.
Yeah. It almost looks like there's some mountains up there with some steps on them.
And I added these giant skeletons here in the desert.
Yeah, I love it. I like that the arid planet is not just desert. It actually does like this feels like you're in a desert, but like a hot planet. Like you wouldn't want to be out in the sun.
Yeah,
So you've not come across any POIs yet. I mean, we haven't really tried to go looking for any. Haven't been using detector or anything and gone through any of things like that. I'm assuming there are POIs on planets.
there's Xerax, Talon POIs. There's one group of Polaris POIs, and then there's 4 abandoned POIs per planet. We really do need more different POIs to add, but they're not made yet, and I'm not going to add the vanilla ones or the Reforged Eden 1 ones yet because then I just have to add them back in anyways.
Right. Bunch of silicon here
Um,
too.
yeah, so like I want to add some like other random things to find. Um, but yeah, we aren't using the tech. Like you should have by now. We probably have, getting close to like a hovercraft with an actual detector.
Right.
And then yeah, up here there's looks like a forest or mountain forest.
Yeah. Cool.
Like one thing I wanted to add up here in the forest and the mountains is like some Talon like outposts or something or like camps where there's just like a guy there and he has like a mission. You can help him. I don't know, maybe he needs some firewood or something. He's like, oh, I'm too busy or too hurt to go get the firewood. If you know, I don't trust you, but if you can bring me some firewood or something, just like a little random mission like that that's not tied into the main storyline.
Yeah. Yeah, Vermilion. Yeah, just one more thing on the infinite list. Angry Spirit says, will Reforged Eden 2 still have the things like hamster wheels and the JR texture gun and stuff that Anvil has?
Well, that's stuff on Anvil, so that's stuff that they add in.
Yeah, Anvil takes this and customizes it a bit. I'm not entirely certain everything they do, but I know they add some things and change some things.
Yeah, that's kind of like an alien looking like drier forest here.
Oh, these good plant fibers. That's cool. Yeah, no, I like this feels like a desert forest. Like, you know, sparse vegetation. You get some tall trees that look like they belong. This is cool. I can't wait to see what you do on the other planets, the new deco system.
Right now, I'm only planning on also updating the Snowman Ningus or however you pronounce it, because like I was starting to say earlier, they have not released the new deco system for scenarios, so they very much said like you do it at your own risk.
Right.
They told me, there shouldn't be any big changes planning to happen to it that would, break things because they use this system on pretty much all the vanilla planets. So if they changed it, they have to redo the vanilla planets too. So I'm a little leery still updating all of the planets to the new system, and it takes a while. Like depending on the
I think go up
planet,
the.
it can take a day to a few
Yep.
days.
I didn't think it would go up the hill there. I thought I'd check.
Oh, the bike, yeah.
Bunch of alien thorns, and I saw some axid hole. Cool. Yeah, no, the Anvil server has some special stuff that they work hard to add to their own custom version of this.
Yep. Yeah, the hamster wheels. They're big on hamsters over there. If you don't like hamsters, you're not gonna fit it over there.
Hamsters run the world. Come on.
They do. Shh, you're not supposed to tell them that.
There's a big mountain range over on the other side. I can't. If I look right at it, it's outside render range. But if I turn to the side, I can see it.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Sorry it's at night, everyone.
Well, I mean,
But yeah,
it'll be daytime in 2 hours.
oh, there's a if you come down here, there's a new type of bound. This is a rock field.
Okay, coming.
You'll see why it's called a rock field.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at that.
Very good source of iron. If you want iron on this planet, you come to these fields of rock. It's just good luck navigating it.
Well, there's
You
looks like
might,
there's pentaxid down through here too.
yeah, there is. I think there's even some gold, rarely, so you might not find any. But yeah, definitely though, good
No,
spot for
I
iron.
like the rock field. That's cool. You know what? It kind of looks really cool at night, though, having to navigate through this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Glad we have the new hover bike and not like how we both just ran right into the same little top dead.
yeah. So that's Omicron.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hamsters run the server. Yes, but the servers run the world, so very cool. I like it. I like the changes a lot. I mean, and this is the first time that I've been seeing this really. Like I've seen screenshots and little videos that Raven's like posted to as you that, but I've intentionally not played this. I kind of wanted a kind of a good first look at this like this. So I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing. I can't wait to try this. The building, like we haven't even gotten to any of that. All of the building changes and stuff is going to be interesting going through and seeing what people do and adapting to the changes that Reforged Eden 2 brings.
Yeah, there is one thing I also want to check out, and that's the new asteroid fields. Because so far, I haven't had anyone actually go look at them yet.
Okay.
And I am going to be using this as kind of a template for how I make the asteroid fields now. Um,
Do you have something that we can start moving around in and trying to find one, or have an idea where one might be?
we, we can just go there in God mode. It's just
Okay.
in the system. They're the starter asteroid fields.
I've been saying all the new building stuff, especially CV stuff, is a bit confusing.
Yeah, it's gonna take getting used to. It's like going from vanilla to Reforged Eden, except it is a bigger jump because Reforged Eden was still based on vanilla, like it came all from vanilla configs,
Right.
whereas Reforged Eden 2 is really trying to start over.
Stone dust, promethium, silicon, neodymium, and carapace. Nice. All right.
Yeah, did you want to check out the asteroid fields now?
Yeah.
Okay, so definitely want to be in God mode.
Yep. We'll have to re-enable it when we teleport there.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go? We just go to orbit.
I'll put the command in chat.
Okay. Is that an I? One?
Yeah, capital I. Now,
I may not have.
well, you put it in chat instead of the
Oh,
console.
right. Yeah, that's why.
So, yeah, this is kind of what they'll look like now, but they'll be like different ones will look different.
Nice.
Um, and of course, you get that message when you come closer, warning you about it.
And are too brittle. That's because if you fly through them, they disappear, right?
Yeah, they don't block weapon shots, and so I've tried to keep them away from kind of where POIs will be and patrol vessels will be, so that
Right.
you're not fighting within the rock field. And the way it's going to be is in the center of the field. There'll be like hostile POIs potentially, depending on the type of field. And then throughout the field, there'll be asteroids kind of scattered around. And
Like some
your
bandits
detector,
here, and
yeah, and your detector has limited range, so you kind of actually have to fly through the field and explore it. But everything's within the asteroid field, so it's not like you have to like go fly all over the place. You can just fly through the field, and you'll find all the asteroids.
nice. Titanium asteroid, Prometheus asteroid. Nice. Yeah, I like this a lot better than kind of all over the place.
And then if you come to field 2 instead of field 1, it looks a little different. So you can take a look at kind of how sometimes they'll appear.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool.
And I'll still have the old style ones that use the um like the vanilla asteroid models too. I'll still have some fields that use that also. But this just allows for so much more variety because I can have all different colors of asteroids
Yeah.
and place them where like different places.
Well, and there's a lot more stuff. Like It's a rubble pile. Like this one's almost like a rubble pile.
Yeah, and the asteroids are rotating too. Like they actually are kind of moving some of them instead of just being
Yep.
completely static.
I'm showing one right now that's just kind of slowly rotating. And I like that they're not like super fast. Like a lot of games make asteroids spin so fast that they would fly apart in real life. Like this is actually kind of just gently rotating.
Yep. And then if you fly through it, it goes pop.
Oof, yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, so I'm probably going to use this as like how I design asteroid fields because the asteroid field playfields are so old. They are literally from like Alpha 8, and I haven't really updated them at all since then. So they're definitely due
This
for
looks a
an
lot
update.
better.
Yeah.
This
I
definitely
mean,
looks a lot better.
I added some visuals to them when that became a thing, but yeah.
No, that's going to be awesome to fly around in.
Like if you come out kind of, if you can get to where I am, or yeah, you're close, and just look out there towards like the sun and gas giant with the dust there on the right hand side.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks fantastic.
I think it looks cool.
I dig it. I definitely dig it.
And also, if you notice, if you zoom over to the cloud, either one, they don't do that spinny thing with the dust effects.
Right, no, the dust effects actually, you fixed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dust effects are like 3D and are more
I mean, it,
realistic on what they do.
yeah, they're not volumetric, but they no longer spin around a bunch in um really, dizzying ways.
Yeah, no, I mean it looks awesome.
And your FPS should be just fine, right?
Yeah, I mean I'm capped at 90.
Yeah. Yeah, so like you can the Unity particle these are Unity particles and they can render a lot of them with like no performance issues.
That is fantastic. I'm excited. Overall, I'm excited. I really am. Did I meet you at the trade station?
I'm just checking it out because I haven't actually tested this yet since I've added it. Possible. It's got like the fog, the orange
Yeah.
nebula. I mean, considering that this isn't like a real nebula, it's just totally faked on my end. I think it came out pretty decent.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you got some like POIs that will have to be, I think, replaced with new ones.
Yeah. And that's really the biggest thing I think is that you guys are really trying to hit all of the stuff that gets in the game so it actually makes sense and reusing a bunch of the vanilla stuff that's broken or can be broken easily.
Yeah, because if we use a vanilla POI, we literally can't fix it.
Yeah.
We have to use something that's custom because we can't change what is in the game's default folder. Um, and so like with those pirate, your certain most loved pirate asteroid base that
Uh
literally
the
couldn't
loot
be.
pinata.
Yes, Vermilion found that earlier and was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah. Yeah, that's I agree that needs to not be in the game. It's fun, but it's a loot pinata that should not be there.
Yeah. Um. By the way, shout out to everyone who did contribute these shuttles for like the cargo shuttles here because there's such a nice variety of them and it looked excellent. Like that was a big thing on the in the community and especially Anvil community who did all those.
I like the bus drone with the people sitting at awesome. variety of cargo drones.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shuttle traffic, like it's the difference between just a static area and an area that actually feels alive, like it actually has a purpose. It's not just some stuff in space.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of shuttle things, you haven't seen the shuttle block I added. That's
I
like the
saw the
little shuttles.
video. Saw your video of it. Yeah, I saw your video
Let
of
me
it. I did not
add one
actually.
here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he did a YouTube video of a new shuttle block. Um, Go find a space super colony. Insane. The black market.
Yeah, the orbits are set up now, so you can um actually we can actually go look for a super colony. I don't know if he added them to those yet or not though.
Where would we need to go for that?
So I have to find orbits in Polaris or trade station territory. That's where I put them for now.
Okay. Why am I
There you
being?
go though.
I'm apparently being shot at by Polaris now.
Oh yeah, I fixed our rep though, so we should be good now.
Was it?
Uh,
Was it the trade station that had the shuttle traffic?
yeah,
Yep.
and it'll now it's client side, so the shuttles you see won't be the same as the shuttles I see. Um, but yeah, and so they'll go out, and this is meant for more like a background thing, so the models are kind of low resolution, but
Yeah.
whatever, it doesn't cause lag. They'll go out 1.2 kilometers and then warp out. And then the incoming ones will warp in and then travel to the station. What I think I will do is right now, if you
That's
run
cool.
into them,
Yep. There it goes.
if you run into them, they explode. What I think I'll need to do is change it so that if you run into them, they just disappear. And the reason is some of these POIs are lined up with each other. And so, like the shuttles coming in to this station here, they'll hit this gas refinery and blow up.
That's
So
funny.
I think it'll just be better if I make them disappear to make it look like they're like going to the gas refinery, or instead of flying into it and blowing up.
You, it kind of depends upon where you run into them, because like I've stood kind of right in front of one and it went right through me.
Right. The hitbox for them is very small.
Yeah, I see that.
So, but if you were flying a ship, they would,
Yeah, you'd smack.
yeah. These were actually a pain to set up because they are 3 different particle effects. So you have the ship, and then you have the thruster plume, and then some of them have like an extra ship model that makes it look like they have little wings, which can randomly appear. And they all had to be moving together at the same time and then all disappear together if they expire. That took me days to set up.
Yeah. Trevor, yeah, I'm still in God mode. I'm just not in visible God mode. And they did blow up, like if I get, see that one did, I have to hit it just right.
Yeah, and if you're doing it on your person, sometimes you have a situation where the shuttle will blow up, but the thruster plume won't, or vice versa. um, Again, these are just more for background thing. Don't
Yeah,
look too closely. If you wanted real ones you could like actually shoot at and interact with, that would be an Alien thing.
right.
Um, but I wanted to add something like that to give some more shuttle traffic that wasn't dependent on adding a bunch of patrol vessels, because patrol vessels, they can bug out.
Right.
Their big performance hit. I mean, these
I
shuttles flying around look cool, like the patrol vessel ones, but I can't add like a ton of them.
right. I mean, this is cool, and it's one of those things where it adds. People aren't necessarily going to sit there and watch them like but it adds background there. There's stuff moving. There's stuff happening. People are going places. Cargo's going places. It feels alive and a lived in place, and it just helps set that environment so much better than just a static area with some stations that nothing's happening on.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. You didn't see the wormhole, did you?
Just the video.
You want to go check that out real quick?
Sure.
It's just Sector Akua. Or wait, uh, we're not in. You can go to Roggery or Omicron also because it's the same.
Okay. Nope, Omicron is not how you spell. OMICR.
Yeah, I mean later on when they get their own missions, this orbit will be different then.
Oh wow, I was like right in line with the rings, and so like you couldn't see anything but the. That's cool.
Yeah, so the wormhole should be kind of on the far side of the planet.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Yep.
And it's a collapsed wormhole, so I kind of tried to make the animation look like it's like struggling a little bit and inconsistent.
Makes sense.
And there is a Xerax patrol vessel that goes along kind of near it. It won't get anywhere near it though, so you're safe to be over there, but it does go kind of by it. So if you're like flying here in survival, you want to just make sure you don't go near that patrol vessel, obviously. And I gave it a sound effect too when you get close to it.
Direct cargo arm. I probably have my sound effects down. I'm like right up
Yeah,
next to it, and it's very loud compared to the background.
no, and it's a low sound effect anyways. Added some Rex by it, like makes sense, right?
Ambient volume up.
It's not ambient volume. It'd just only be the master volume.
Okay. Let me turn that down, and there we go. There you go. Oh, it's got some bass into it too. I can hear
Yeah,
it. Like it's got some real low bass. Probably I don't know how well that's gonna come across on YouTube, but my headphones pick it up. Makes my ears rumble. That's awesome.
and
I
then
like it.
there is a satellite over here that people can find. Um, and if you go talk to it, it's a little different than your normal hacking satellites. It gives an intro to the system.
You hear nothing? All right, hang on for a minute. Let me turn that down. That should be coming through. Just like a low little rumble.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it too loud.
Yeah.
And then there's a satellite over here. The Xerax set up to kind of study the wormhole.
Communication satellite. Right.
Yeah, I should probably rename it to Science Satellite.
Well,
Maybe talk to the little interface on it.
I already know what to do. Hack the satellite. No, so it's just it's a hacking thing for satellites, right?
Yeah, and it kind of gives an introduction to it. So like if you say what is it, then I you'll get an explanation of kind of where to find these satellites.
I see that. Yeah, and Vermilion, it may just not be coming through over YouTube. And it was really deep bass. So depending upon your speaker systems or headphones, and again, the YouTube compression, it may not actually come. It was really, really deep.
What do people think of the portraits on the dialogue like that?
I like it. Just don't click on it like I just did.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I think I reported that as a bug. If you click on it, um, sometimes it would actually alt tab you out of the game.
Oops.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think if you right click, it alt tabs you out. Does it actually like pops up a menu? Oh, there's the patrol vessel. Over if you look by the sun.
Yep. Our class carrier.
Yep. It shouldn't get within like weapons range of this, but I might need to move it a little further away from the world because I don't want to sneak it up on people while they're hacking the satellite. But yeah.
I just went invisible so we can go over and cool. Have any of these been updated yet?
The patrol vessels, yeah, all the Xerax ones in the updated playfields will be new.
Cool.
So right now it's the habitable, cold, and hot orbits are updated, and all of the playfields in the starting systems, except for the starting planets themselves, have been updated.
Nice.
So this is good to test survival. Just know that if you're playing on one of the starting planets that have not been updated yet, you're gonna have old POIs
Right.
and not the new ones. And so, yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a nice update. I think it's going to be nice to not have a bunch of the old vanilla stuff that we run across. Because, I mean, I'm sure everyone's experienced that. You go and find a POI and you go to go do it, and it's like an vanilla POI that has endless spawns and indestructible core and very, crap loot. And you're just like, why did I just blow through all my ammo here?
Oh yeah, and
We've,
uh, and trying to get them updated is
yeah.
well, I won't get into it, but
And
yeah,
all the doors are locked. Yeah, you have to blast through every single door. Yep.
yeah. There's the last vanilla one I looked at had a few spawners that were just infinite spawners. There was another one where the spawners didn't spawn until you were inside the room, which meant they'd literally spawn on top of you. And yeah, it's just better if we have control over it. If we want to add a vanilla PI, we would just resave it as a custom group name and make any edits we need to it. But
Yeah.
even doing that is a lot of work, and most of them do need more work than that because they're not really necessarily balanced. Like there's no um consistency with them, like the whole the black market POI, for example. Oh, you haven't seen the new Rex, have you?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, there's a couple here by in orbit you can check out.
Make my way over to you. Can I teleport to you on this map?
If you do TT, so it's
Yeah.
just TT, and then you can, I think it's what, shift right click on my
Yep.
symbol.
There you go.
Yeah, so people submitted some recs, and I actually made a rec like POI construction set and used that to make a bunch of recs, and I updated the effects on them.
Yeah, you got some like
So there's
gas clouds here, kind of.
Yeah, and then there's a severed antenna array over here. Oops. There was a severed antenna array over here. That one was trapped and I did not disarm it. Oops.
Boom.
But this is an RE or Reforged 1 as well, though, so this isn't,
Yeah.
like, new, but, if people haven't played since that update, they may not have noticed it. Recs are worth checking out now, and, obviously not maybe late game, and you already have a bunch of resources, and you don't need anything like that, but
For early game,
early
definitely,
mid
it's
game,
worth. Yeah.
yeah, so I wanted to make sure there were recs in orbit you could find. Some of them might even have CB thrusters you could salvage. Occasionally, not enough probably to make a full CB, but it would be something.
Something to get, yeah, leg up.
Maybe get you the stuff you need to build an advanced constructor or something.
Very cool. I am definitely looking forward to this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I always like the early game. Early game is probably the best for me in this. It'd be really fun checking out different biomes and stuff that you put together in the ecosystem. Gives you so much variety on these planets. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I do want to add a lot more starter planets because their limit used to be 20 on dedicated servers, but it doesn't seem there's a limit anymore. If there is a lot higher,
Nice.
but that'll be after we get Reforged Eden 2 kind of more ready to play. So
Well,
that's a later thing, but
and then we
definitely.
did have that one start that we were talking about doing that
Oh,
that we
we
need to
don't
do.
talk. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, no.
That's just a standard start. There's nothing weird about it or anything. Like you just go through it, and it's a standard thing you go
Easy,
through.
right? Easy. It's like Haven easy.
I mean, yeah, it is. There's absolutely nothing there that'll kill you.
Yeah, Trevor is saying lots of great work here. Love how this is going. Thanks. Chad is saying wish we could change the max speed for crafts. Yep, that'd be nice. It would be really cool if we could have faster ship. Speed limit is hard coded.
It is hard coded. Yeah, there
Yeah.
is no way to change it. Oh, there is a way to go faster than the speed limit. It's not like a cheat or exploit, so it's nothing you could like do on your end to cheat. Um, if you give a block negative thrust and you turn it on, you will start accelerating in that direction, and you won't be able to stop.
Oh,
And it'll go over the speed limit, and very quickly you're going 2,000 meters a second, regretting your decisions to edit the block config file.
and that was the last we ever saw of Ravien. Um,
Yeah,
Ivan was saying he saw some wrecks that you can loot as normal, but the big thrusters and some stuff you have to have a tool turret to salvage. Salvages don't work.
are you talking about the actual salvage blocks? Like there's salvage blocks that have the model of like the big SB thrusters. You can salvage them by hand, but they will take a while. Um, you salvage them and you get a bunch of components. You can pick them up whole and sell them. And they also have a chance to leave behind a crate with some trade goods. So it might be worth doing, but yeah, you'll definitely want like salvage tools on the ship for that. It's not something that you would want to do by hand. It wouldn't be worth it. And if you try to loot them, you'll get a prompt saying like you need to use a salvage tool to access them. Yeah, so those they're not really finished in Reforged Eden 1. Um, you can definitely take them apart with a tool. There's actually 6 tiers of them, but I think only the first two are used on anything yet. The idea is later on you can find maybe something to salvage them quicker with from like Wastelanders or something and a whole salvage system. But then I started working on Reforged Eden 2 and I was like, yeah, I can't finish this.
There's so many different directions to go, and it's like, yep, cool, fantastic. So right now, the only starting planets that you updated were Rogri, Omicron, and then
And Akua
Akua.
and the rogue starting ships,
Right.
but I probably need to tweak the outside a little bit just to make it so that you can get out without dying. I don't know. They're supposed to be really hard though. So if I test it and I can get out without dying consistently, I'm not gonna make them easier. But if
Yeah.
I die and it's like most of the time, yeah, I'll tweak it.
And then you guys also changed up the territories a little bit, didn't you? Of like, there's no Creole space or anything like that right now.
Well, I got rid of
Tesh.
Tesch
Yeah, the Tesh.
Tesch um because people would do them. They were vanilla designs and they wouldn't get any loot. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I got rid of their territory because there just wasn't any reason for it. Um, some of the other vanilla smaller factions like Arc and stuff will, instead of being their own faction, they're probably going to be parts of like Polaris or the Trade Federation or some of the other factions.
Makes sense.
Um, there's when you're adding factions, I want to add factions that actually have like a purpose to exist, that have stuff in them, missions, custom items to get, something like that. And vanilla has so many factions that have like POI sets and patrol vessels, but no substance. And I'm not going to have time to add them properly. I want to give each faction like the attention it deserves. Give them a good, cool home world if they're supposed to have a home world. Give them something unique to find, even if it's just like Vermilion added those constructors that you can get from Polaris or Trade Federation that are a little better than the normal ones. That's an example, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel, I agree with you. I can't wait to play this as well as it's fleshed out. It's gonna be an option. Do factions as DLC. Well, I mean,
Sure.
he'll add them, and then you'll download the updated scenario. There you go, DLC.
It it is downloadable content.
Yep,
And it's just
technically.
yeah, it's just don't get me started on the DLC, please.
we don't talk about that word here. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Um, Definitely still a lot of work to do, but I mean, you guys are remaking basically the entire game, so
I'm gonna have to redo all the POI setups pretty much on every single planet and moon.
yeah,
That's gonna be a lot of work. But we also need to have updated POIs to redo them with, which is a lot of work. So yeah, there's still ways to go, but we're getting there. Like we're not really that far off. Like a lot of the config work is done, right? Like
right.
you have all the CPU stuff in the mass and volume. There's some things I still need to update for the Project Eden stuff, but that won't take too long, really.
Yeah, and like Vermilion was saying, he has to make every POI in the game. I think the point of Reforged Eden 2 is to not reuse the vanilla POIs and ships and stuff because that way you guys aren't tied to that if they make changes that like that pirate asteroid that's a loot pinata, you can make sure something like that doesn't show up and unbalance the game and make it not fun.
So in vanilla, they have Xerox POIs from Alpha 6 spawning alongside brand like new ones that were made like recently. And you can tell such a difference. Like those Alpha 6 POIs should not be spawning anymore. They are ancient.
Yeah, I
And so Reforged Eden 2 is a chance to get away from all of that. And I mean, honestly, Reforged Eden 1's POI setups are a bit of a mess because you have vanilla POIs, you have Project Eden POIs, some of them going back to literally Alpha 6,
yeah.
and then you have Reforged Galaxy POIs, and then you have the Reforged, like the Project Eden, Reforged Eden POIs, all being spawned in different play fields. And yeah, it was a headache. So now things can be a lot better.
New portrait from a clean canvas. Yep. Ivan, that's correct. That's definitely correct.
Yeah, there'll
You
be
know,
growing pains. Like, don't expect to be able to take most of your ships and just change around a few things and have them work. you might need to extensively refit them or just start from scratch. But that's the way it is in, a new scenario like Reforged Eden 2. We don't want to be tied to the old design decisions that were based on the vanilla game from 4, 5, 6 years ago.
How much of a change is there for things like just regular like vanilla ships? How well they'd work in
Like trying to convert a vanilla ship to Reforged Eden 2.
yeah, like a basic one like the dart that I just spawned in here. That the kind of thing that is going to work kind of as is if it could, assuming it's in you, or is even stuff like that going to be changed?
Well, I mean, we can look at it now.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and faction it too, so I can see it. But yeah, I mean, you can look at it and see the CPU and thrust and stuff. I mean, it'll be. I mean, at least starters like this, they're a lot easier to change. And yeah, like you say, an old blueprint not working, it can be a good thing. Like,
Yeah. And this thing is such a basic thing though. That's the thing. It's within CPU. Doesn't really have
yeah,
anything. It's mainly just steel and carbon fiber, and this is like
but
my
then like
basic
something
starter.
bigger, like our mining ship, I forget the name of it, but that big dedicated mining ship, that'll probably need a lot of
The
changes.
Lavrion, yeah.
Yeah, like spawn that thing in and see if it even works. And also the CPU extenders are different, so you'll have to re-add a lot of the extenders
Yeah.
because they would have just not spawned with the ship.
Yeah.
And
But right now this is well over CPU because it probably did have the stuff spawned.
yeah, and we were smart too. Like if we change the block size, it was what the
What the heck is going on?
well, alrighty then. It seems
It's
to move just
just,
fine. I don't know what the problem
yeah,
is.
I mean, it's spinning in place. That's great.
I actually kind of wish you could make blueprints like POIs that would be spinning, like not that fast, obviously, but I think that'd be kind of cool.
I really like it's off. It has no fuel. I really wonder.
I mean, you're bumping it, right?
I'm flying around through it in God mode, and it's not
Yep,
liking me being inside it in God mode.
yep, that would probably do it.
I mean, it used to you could fly around in God mode without it bumping around, but it's oh jeez, this should be
Well,
interesting.
it. God mode doesn't say anything about being no clip for everything else. It's just no clip for you. You can go through things. Other things can't go through you.
Oh,
So,
like one of the things that's missing on the ship is the solar panels. Because
yep,
there's all of it normally had a bunch of really cool solar panels that helped bring on the sides and stuff. That's all missing.
yep.
Yeah.
Have to probably
Yep.
see, like, it need a redesign because you need somewhere to put the plasma turbines instead.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, and the solar panels actually were on the kind of the pods around the side here and were part of the decor of the ship, decor of the ship. So it doesn't even look the same now because it's that.
Yeah,
But yeah, this is an example of like a full CV that's gonna be a complete redesign. Like
yeah.
maybe we can keep some of the
It's
pieces
like
of it, but
copy and paste parts of
yeah,
it, and then edit the designs as needed. But yeah, you're
yeah,
gonna be for big things like that. You're probably gonna be best off just making a new ship from scratch. And I know people, have complained already about it, but we can't design the scenario based on worrying about invalidating old blueprints for like Reforged
yeah,
Eden 1 or vanilla Because if we held ourselves to that standard, Reforged Eden 1 would have never been a thing.
Right. And Ivan, thank you. Yeah, that the Lavrion is something I built with Ravien's help, and it took quite a while. I'm not very good at building ships, so I'm actually really proud of how it came out. It is an industrial miner. You're supposed to be able to put some of the rich asteroid and rich ice mining turrets on it. It's got a pretty decent shield for Reforged Eden 1. It's got room to have extra stuff in there so you can upgrade it. Interior space that isn't used, add additional like shield stuff or whatever you want. Um, yeah, no, it's fun, and it's got a crap ton of flak turrets on it, the Sentinel flaks. So you go into an asteroid field when you have drones spawn, you just ignore them because they just get shredded. Yeah, it should be on the workshop. I think I have it set to public on the workshop. If not, I can put that on public.
Yeah, it's a great mining ship.
I
It's
like it.
like,
Yeah, it's got a bridge kind of set up back away from everything. Got an engineering section. It's got a medical bay. Got like a food court type area. Like, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I had fun building it, and it's huge ship, but it got really good. Got all the deconstructors and stuff that you need to process the stuff light.
and it had spots to dock my Reaper too.
Yeah, it had
Oh
we had
gosh, my Reaper.
yeah some again those are things where it's like we can probably take the model and swap things out and maybe get it to work again. We'll have to see though. Hang on, I'll put it. Let me see if I can actually just find the link. I have to see. Okay, it's not public. It's listed as unlisted. But that's the. I don't have a description up. There's no pictures. Like it's not fancy or whatever. But feel free to subscribe to it. Check it out in game. Or to use it if you want. It's a fully functional ship for Reforged Eden 1. Doesn't need any special stuff in terms of like aux cores or quantums or anything like that, but it does have room to put things like that in there if you want. Um, and it's designed to have some of those in there so you can get a full set of turrets on there. So the top platforms kind of down the center are where you're supposed to put the ice mining or rich asteroid mining turrets. They fit. You can also just the only thing you have to come up with is some crew and sentinel flak turrets, really. Else is just your normal resource full. Yeah, I do wish, Trevor, I do wish that the workshop had better search and filters. It is sometimes difficult to find kind of what you're looking for if you're trying to find certain things. You find a lot of other stuff that's not kind of part of it, but cool. I'm glad to see this little ship of mine here actually looks like it spawns in, and what I'm seeing, it looks like it's basically, yeah, it's gonna be normal.
This Reaper would probably need to be redesigned because also the shield upgrades changed too.
Oh yeah, this thing. Oh yeah, and it's totally missing like the weapons on the front here.
Yeah, but again, like they said earlier, it's not necessarily a bad thing that it won't work.
Right.
It's a different config, it's a different scenario.
Yeah, Ivan, that's actually a good idea. I mean, like, yeah, I have some favorite ships that other people have been, put out that I'm hoping can be retrofitted or made to work in Reforged Eden 2 because I like the ship. I think the ship in general is awesome. Yeah, it does have big guns. Big guns are awesome. But like the Eclipse from Ent is one of my favorite TV ships. I like it. I know there might be better or whatever, but I really like the layout. I like the kind of Star Trek feel of it. I like the big hangar. It's fun to walk around in and like it's fun to fly.
Hey, remember this ship?
Oh god. We're spawning in the stuff from like, 5 years ago. Yeah, the little comet.
Yeah, I mean, I still occasionally get someone commenting on it and being like, "I love this ship. I updated it to work in the current version."
Yeah, no, it's with the mining hatch and everything like that. No, this thing back in the day was awesome. We used that all the time. It was a fantastic little get going.
SB.
Or SV, yeah, yeah. Take out drones with the turrets and go mining on asteroids and stuff or on planets with the drone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no.
it was. I mean, it was what we'd use to go warp to another planet to get the resources then to build a capital vessel. Like
Yep.
this is the one we wanted a gravity generator on. Did you see they are adding actual different like sizes of gravity generators now, including SB ones?
Yeah, I saw that. That's going to be really awesome. Finally.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be adding those to Reforged Eden 2, and um, that way we can actually put a gravity generator on a ship like this that we, remake because this design is not going to work.
Right. No, that design. But it's going to be, much like everyone's designing a bunch of things for Reforged Eden 1, people have done some really elaborate stuff. People will do the same for Reforged. Figure out kind of what's working, what doesn't. And I think we're going to see some really cool ship designs that
Yeah.
I've been saying he uses the comet in progenitor space, easy to loot pillars with. Yep, I can
Well,
see
I
that.
am so surprised that like that's amazing.
Yeah, and that's an old. I mean, it's
I was so proud of this too. I made a bunch of different versions for like um armored hull or just like a steel hull, warp drive, no warp drive.
yep,
Um, and actually, my original one of this, I'm pretty sure, was before mass and volume was even a thing. So I had a bunch of cargo containers in here, and then
yeah,
I later updated it to use controllers. And SB turrets were not a thing back then, so that's why it has fixed guns. I was gonna make it now, I'd probably put like a couple minigun turrets on it and call it good.
yeah. Those fixed guns are good to take out drones, though. You
Yeah.
definitely it definitely does a good job on it. Now, I like the ship. It served us well while it could.
All the way back from, I think I designed it in Alpha 7.
Yeah, it's been a while. Fantastic. Well, is there anything else that we wanted to go look at?
Um, I guess we could go look at the ancient warp gate real quick.
Okay.
Uh, hold on, let me get the name for that.
Did you update that at all yet with your little test?
Oh yeah, it's got that warp test like in the video.
Oh,
I
nice.
haven't actually done anything on the gate itself beyond that, like
Right, we need to do that.
build like a proper warp gate. Uh, okay, so if you do that sector command,
Okay. I love how when you're out at the edge of the galaxy, you have like this black space out there, and then the rest of the galaxy. That's just awesome. I always just love that.
and then do that second command.
Sector Andromeda to Decay Warp.
And then you should be able to fly out towards me.
Warp gates.
I have a ship that will work in Reforged Eden 2 I can spawn in. It's slow, but it'll get the job done.
All right, just shift right click. Ooh, wow, that looks cool. Chad is asking, do you accept help from other creators and authors? I think the answer to that is yes.
Yeah, we usually do. Like, I'll usually run a POI challenge. I have one going right now, actually, to make satellite POIs for hacking on the Anvil Discord. Um, the big problem with that is it still has work to add them in. So I usually can't just take random POIs because I might not have time to actually add them in properly yet. Um, and they would need to be tested and stuff too, because there's a lot of things with POIs from a technical standpoint that you need to make sure is set up correctly. Um, so I do, but usually it's like because I'm asking for a certain type of POI at that time. But a lot of POIs in the snare are made by other people. I've taken some off the workshop and converted them, or ran challenges, and things like that.
Okay, I'm in the seat and I fueled it for you.
Well, it needs pentaxid.
Oh, right, yeah. We don't need pentaxid where we're going.
So the
Energize
warp
pentaxid.
gate will still use pentaxid unless I make it so you have to upgrade your warp drive to a special wormhole drive that can only be used with gates but use no pentaxid. And then after you jump, you can downgrade it. So that is a possibility to do to make like really long gate or wormhole jumps that don't use pentaxid. But I don't know if it's worth adding it. So for now, I'm just going to be using it for the gate here and maybe one other test somewhere else in the galaxy to see like how it works, and go from there. Oh no, you should definitely.
Oh, you want me to pilot it? Okay.
Yep. So the way you do it is first line up with the gate at a distance, like don't go near it, but line up with it with the direction it's facing.
Okay.
It probably needs more pentaxid here. I'll put some in there.
I put a bunch. It's almost full.
I overfill. You don't have to overfill it, but you do need it pretty much full. So line up with it, and then just
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit.
so say line up with it. Usually, it's easiest from first person.
Yeah.
And then just fly and start hitting the warp button. And when you get close to the gate, you'll get a little pop up, and that's when you want to hit the warp button. So just fly towards the warp vector and keep flying straight through at full speed and just hit the warp. Yeah, keep flying and then just hit warp.
Yeah, I just flew it, but it's not.
It didn't add the bookmark. Oh. Add bookmark needs the target playfield to be in the same solar system for now. Well, that's unfortunate. So this won't even work in multiplayer then.
Well, now we tested it. That sucks, though, because it
Yeah.
works fine in single player.
Yeah, works fine single play. You just go to warp and you are off.
Can I lock on?
Yeah, actually, you can just lock onto it. So if you go into the map and you go all the way up towards the gate up there, um, you want to lock on to the Decay Andromeda destination.
Okay, Decay, Andromeda, Decay, Destination, Gate.
Yep,
On the
and
other
then
side, right?
yep, and then when you go through it, once you get that pop up, it'll warp you.
Okay, so not the
Good.
Decay Andromeda Gate, but the Decay Andromeda Destination Gate destination.
Correct. Yeah, the destination.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Try hitting warp now. It'll tell you if you can go there or not.
Warp target out of reach. Maximum jump
Well,
distance.
I mean, it'll say that, but
Yeah.
uh, I forget which one you have to warp to.
Not changing my not changing. I flew through the gate and it's not changing my jump range.
Say, this is why we test on a server.
So the gate that I'm looking at is slightly, yeah. So I'm kind of right at it. Back up here. Okay, mission decay warp gate startup is playable.
Hold on a second.
Oh, it says it. He says it did change, but only to 260 light years, not 266. I have the wrong
Oh,
thing
okay.
selected.
Then lock onto the gate, not the gate destination. Then
Okay,
actually kind of weird though.
there we go. 259.
Okay, yeah, now do it. I forgot which one I have people warp to.
There we go. So I got a bookmark up. It was like, but it wasn't where it needed to be. It was like somewhere else. I don't know how to explain it. It didn't let me warp to whatever it actually popped up. But it got us a ship. It got our ship here.
Now use that sector command to go back to the gates system. So sector Andromeda dash decay.
Okay.
Now I need to test something because I am concerned here.
You want me to
Go ahead
let you
and lock.
pilot seat?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and fly it now.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
Because what's supposed to happen is if you're in Andromeda Decay gate, you should only be able to warp to either that other gate or the destination near us. But it's letting me lock others.
Yeah. This is one of those things where it's like, oh, Ravien a lot of times will find stuff that works perfect in in single player, and he'll like try to implement it, and we'll test it in multiplayer, and it just is broken, or like it does weird things and doesn't work right.
Yeah, so the restriction doesn't work. So the exploit is you could use this to warp to any system within range. But realistically, at least for this,
Up, you're cutting out a little bit. We lose you.
so at least for this it could work. But if I put warp gate somewhere else, it won't work in multiplayer because people could just exploit it to warp anywhere then.
You like completely cut out there for like 15-20 seconds.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
why.
What I was saying is in multiplayer, this could be exploited because you could then use it to warp anywhere within range. But it's not a big deal because if you're on the edge of the galaxy, if you're going to the edge of the galaxy just to save a couple warp jumps, like it's not really worth it, right?
Right.
But if I do this to say add something that like a wormhole takes it from one side of the galaxy to the other, then you could warp anywhere in multiplayer. So I'm gonna have to probably just report that as a bug and hopefully they'll fix it. But since they might go, oh well, that's only for single player scenarios, they might not fix it. I don't know. I hope they will for multiplayer.
So yeah, so there is a feature in single player that works in single player that lets you set this up to only allow that extended warp range to a specific system, or specific point. But in multiplayer, that restriction is broken, huh?
Right. Well, it restricts it so you can only warp, like you can set a solar system to only be able to warp to specific other solar systems. So I set the
Okay.
gate system to only warp to the other gate or to the destination that's next to it, as kind of a workaround for, making sure you don't warp anywhere.
Got it. Okay.
But good to know. So, and maybe the waypoint thing, I can figure out something that'll actually work in multiplayer, or just tell people, hey, just lock the target manually. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully people can figure out if they get a message saying, hey, lock this system manually. But I mean, we know nobody reads.
Yeah, but I mean, this you found a way to be able to have people bring their ships through, which, without having to get like an animite or warp drive or whatever. Like you can bring regular ships through. And one of the biggest things, like at least on Spanja server, you're always getting people having to have these big elaborate arcs areas away from there and like, float in or trying to go through manually and bringing all the resources through. Like it creates a big bottleneck. And as you expand the progenitor space, people are going to want to probably bring their ships through. Cool
Yep.
that you actually can do that.
By the way, right now in Reforged Eden 1, if you talk to the gate interface, you can store basic fuel and oxygen and I think pentaxid in it, and then teleport yourself across the gate and then retrieve it. So you can move a bunch of fuel and basic resources without having to make multiple trips to at least help with that. If you're playing Reforged Eden 1 right now, that's available right now.
Yeah. And Ivan, yeah, so it'd be a two-way trip. The ship being able to get the longer jump range is two-way. You don't just have a one-way out there and stuck there with your ship.
Yeah, once right now it's one way
Right.
testing. Uh but yeah, it will be two-way, and I'll still have the personal teleporter there as well. Um this is the only way I can think of to make an actual working warp gate in multiplayer, because the API that can teleport players using the dialogue is not completed yet. They're not planning on finishing it for a while. Um and it doesn't work in multiplayer to go outside of the current star system. And even in single player, you have to restart your game and then initiate the teleport. But that can warp your ship. But because it doesn't work in multiplayer at all, it's obviously not going to work in the scenario.
But this is a good workaround. I mean, realistically, this worked. We just had to manually lock the target. The bookmark didn't. And you've got the bug where you can technically teleport anywhere or
Yeah, I mean, I'm
warp
not too
anywhere.
concerned about that because, like I said, like if you look on
Yeah.
the galaxy map, like what's around the gate? Like you're
Right.
already on the edge of the galaxy. You'd have to go out of your way to get there. And yeah, it might save you a few minutes when you warp back from decay or something, but whatever. It just sucks because then I can't do something like add a warp gate that takes across the whole galaxy and then like something to unlock it, and because then you could just
Yeah.
go anywhere.
That would be nice if they do get that fixed. It would be cool to be able to have like wormholes that you could find that would jump you at large distances, and people could find those. It'd be really cool if that can be part of like the randomization, so that it's every playthrough, people have to go exploring and find these wormholes that connect different points of the galaxy. That would be something cool to do. I don't know if that's even possible, assuming they fix the bug.
There's a wormhole for you. You see it?
Nice. Yep.
That's an active wormhole.
Nice.
Like instead of the dead one, you can notice it's more like consistent with the effects. It's not kind
Yeah.
of sputtering. The sound effect is the same though, just because I think it's a cool sound effect. But yeah, so yeah, I could make like a wormhole like this where it's like, okay, you can go to this system. Um, can't randomize it though because you have to set it up in the
Yeah.
sector file beforehand. so there's no way to like randomize them. Like, oh, this wormhole can go to a random location. It'd have to be fixed, unfortunately. But yeah, it could be done. You could even like require things to unlock it, so like you can't use it until you get a special something.
That'd be cool. Lots of cool options. Very nice. Lots of stuff to do still before this is ready, but I mean, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we could check out like the random orbits, but they're still pretty basic at the moment because I
Yeah.
basically took out a lot of the old vanilla POI spawns from them. So there's not really much to see in them yet.
And I mean, we don't want to show everything off. People need to
No.
go exploring and find stuff. So,
And if anyone's watching this who's not familiar with Reforged Galaxy 2, like we didn't even touch on most of that here. Like everything's changed. CPU's changed. There's giant honking
yeah.
weapons now for your capital vessels you can use. All the weapons have like consistent shared limits now instead of being able to put 24 projectile turrets and 24 lasers and you know 24 of another laser type and 24 of this and 12 of that and 6 of that. It's all consistent shared by tier.
Spange, I think, go on some of the changes. That would be probably a good thing to watch. Might be a little old now. You guys are updating all the time.
And it's still pretty relevant though,
Yeah.
like maybe the numbers are a little different,
Yeah.
but the same basic principles are the same now. Yeah.
Good idea of what changed. And then obviously subscribe to the test scenario and go play. Like, and see what's changed and pull your ships in, your favorite ships in, and see what you need to do. If there's anything you can do to change them, or just start building new ones.
Yep, you can start it in creative or you can start it in survival. Just keep in mind there's a list of things to test, so don't go to like random planets outside of the starting system because they're not going to really be set up yet. Um, but if you stick to the survival playfields where it lists say like, hey, go test this, or if you just go into creative, yeah, you
Yep.
should be good to go.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I think this has been a successful stream. I think we found a couple things to fix. I think at least the starting stuff I've seen so far looks doable, right? I mean, we got all the basic resources. It'd just be a matter of collecting more of it and starting to build whatever you needed to build. So,
Oh, hey, you want a really good screenshot worthy thing? Come up to
sure.
I think that looks pretty cool.
And I think I need. All right. Are you in the Crimson Rose?
Oh no, I'm just to the upper left of it. Here.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right in front of me.
with the
Yeah,
wormhole.
if you line up the wormhole and the neutron star so it goes right through the middle of it, it looks
Yeah.
pretty like if you back up a little bit maybe.
Yeah, I know that looks really cool. Yeah, it like bubbles out. That's awesome. Yeah, Ivan, you're welcome. I just help test stuff. That's all Vermilion and Ravien, let's be honest here. They're the ones that are putting in all the hard work. They deserve the props for that.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching and for all your feedback and support and you know, test like reporting bugs and stuff like that. It really helps.
Yeah. And I mean, if you guys like seeing stuff like this, we can do more of this. It's not a problem at all. I got a full streaming setup, so it's set up, got a private server. We can do tests, whatever. So if you guys like that, we can definitely do more. Just let us know. All the props. Thanks, Dan. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this shut down. I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys later. Have a good one.
Later, everyone. Thank you.